So equation for line, just a quick explanation. So you have a coordinate plane, let's say like this, and we draw some line on that, right? Some random line on that. Let's just say it's this. And how do we tell someone, or how can we tell someone to draw the same line without showing them a picture? How can we write down an equation, and with that equation that person should be able to draw this line, right? So that's what we call the equation of a line. To express this line in the form of an equation, we need two things. We need to know two things about the line. One is its slope. Or rather, let's put it this way. If we know these two things, we can draw the line. Right? One is slope, which is usually given by the letter M. And one more is called its y-intercept. And that's given by the letter C. Okay. So slope, I think you know what slope is already. The inclination that this makes with the x-axis, or line parallel to the angle that this makes with the x-axis, or the tan of the angle is called the slope, right? Okay. Another word for slope is the height, right? Pretty much by the length. It's a very weird description of slope, but it works. Somebody is coming in the class as well. Just a minute. I think we have, hi. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Is it Pratiksha? Someone by the name of Pratiksha has joined. Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Is your name Pratiksha, or you've joined
Yes,
using?
Pratiksha.
Okay, okay, all right. So today's topic is Pratiksha. Today's topic is equation of a line. Okay, and are you familiar with the topic? Have they done this topic at school already?
No, my 10th will be starting from Monday, so I am not familiar with this topic.
Oh, okay, okay. So I'm going to explain the topic, but I probably will not be explaining it from in as detailed as they would in school, but I'll try and do my best.
Yeah, okay.
Are you familiar with what slope
Sure,
is?
yeah, yeah. Yes, yeah, I am, yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, so let me just quickly restart this. Naren and Anaria, bear with me. Okay.
No problem, sir.
Just so in green, I've drawn the coordinate axis. That's the x-axis and the y-axis. Okay, and then I have a line, the line that's in red. I've drawn that line in this coordinate plane, and I want to work out the equation of this line. So for me to be able to know the equation of this line, I need to know two pieces of information. One is the slope of this line, which is generally given by the letter M, and the y-intercept, which is given by the letter C. So I'll explain to you what these terms mean, slope and y-intercept. Probably already know this. So the slope of this line is, if you know your trigonometry a little bit, it's the tangent of the angle that this line makes with either the x-axis or a line parallel to the x-axis. If you were to draw a right angle triangle by drawing two lines, one is parallel to the x-axis and one is which is parallel to the y-axis, and joining this line. So this line kind of acts like the hypotenuse.
Okay.
This line acts like the hypotenuse in this right angle triangle. Okay. So trigonometry would tell you that tan of the angle theta is equal to this. We'll call that opposite divided by this. That's adjacent. So that's what slope is. Slope is the tan of the angles. Okay, or we'll replace tan theta by m, which is slope pretty much. So tan theta is also opposite by adjacent. And in a way, opposite is like the height, right? Height divided by adjacent. Adjacent is in a way the length of this. Right? So that's what slope is. We of course know the very popular formula for slope. Slope is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, where x1, y1 and x2, y2 are any 2 points on the line. Okay, they're any 2 points on the line. So if you just know 2 points on the line, x1, y1 and x2, y2, you can find the slope. Okay, let's just take some random values. Let's take 4, 5, and 8, 10. Okay, and if we were to find the slope of this, m is equal to y2 minus y1. So y2 is 10 minus y1, that's 5, divided by x2 minus x1. x2 is 8 minus x1. x1 is 4. So that's 5 divided by 4. So m is equal to 1.25 or something like that. Right? That's the slope of the line. If those were the points. Okay, so you're clear with slope, how we find slope. And y-intercept is nothing but the point at which the line touches the y-axis, that distance from the origin. Okay, this is the origin. So the reason it's called y-intercept is because it's the point at which this line intercepts or touches the y-axis. So that distance is called c. So if it were to cut here, and let's say this point was 2, okay, 1, 2, that way, 1, 2, and so on. Okay, let's assume it was 2. I don't know, it could be more than 2. So this c would be 2 in this case, right? In this case, c is equal to 2. So if we know these two pieces of information, that's what m is and what c is, we can form an equation of the line. So the general form of the equation of a line is y is equal to mx plus c, where m is the slope and c is the y-intercept. So for this particular line, whose slope is 1.25, we can write the equation as y is equal to 1.25x plus c, that's 2. Now, you're probably asking me, what are x and y? X and y are any points, any two random points on the line, anything, okay? So it could be this, anything that satisfies this equation, right? So suppose someone would ask you, does the point -2, 4 lie on this line? So you can check by substituting x and y in this equation. So check and see. We'll substitute what x and y are. So in this equation, because it's the equation to this particular line, this is the equation to this line. Okay. So y is 4 is equal to 1.25 into x is minus 2, okay, plus 2. So 4, check and see, 4 is equal to minus 2.5 plus 2. So that doesn't seem to be equal, right? It's not equal to. Therefore, this point does not lie on the line which satisfies the equation y is equal to 1.25x plus 2. All right. So this is what equation of a line is. So this is the general form of the equation of a line. So you can make a note of this. So Anaria and Naren are probably familiar with this already, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I think Pratiksha may not be familiar with this. And have you understood something at least of this, Pratiksha? Because it's a new topic. I'm not sure if you'll get what it is straight away, but as we move along, hopefully you'll get more familiar with it. And if there are any doubts, just don't hesitate to ask me.
Sure, yes. Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to move forward with this. So like I said, the general equation of a line is y is equal to mx plus c. If we know the slope and if we know the y-intercept. What if we don't know? What if we are not given? Okay, we'll do a couple of sums, all right? So with this, and then we'll move on to what if something was not given, then what do we do? Okay, so find the equation of a line. Find the equation of a line with slope equals minus 3 and y-intercept equals 4. This is very simple because you're given the slope and you're given the y-intercept. So the equation of a line, of this particular line, will be y is equal to minus 3x, because the slope is minus 3, plus 4. Okay, that's the end of the story. That's all you need to do. Right? Sometimes the question can be turned around and they can ask you, what is the slope and y-intercept? What is the slope and y-intercept of a line, of the line? So here they've given you the equation, but they're asking you to find the slope and the y-intercept, right? They're asking you to find these two. So of the line, let's assume that that line is some 4y is equal to 6x plus 8. Okay. So to find this, to find the slope and y-intercept, what you need to do is you need to write this equation in such a way that only y is there on the left-hand side. Okay, it's not 4y or anything else. No, the coefficient of y should be 1. So how do I do that? I can divide every term by 4. Okay, every single term in this by 4. So 4y by 4 is equal to 6x by 4 plus 8 by 4. Why am I doing this? Because I can cancel this away and I have only y on the left side. So what does that give me? Y is equal to 6x by 4. If I reduce the fraction, it becomes 3 by 2, right? So it's 3x by 2 plus 2. So which means now I can now have this in the general form of y is equal to mx plus c. So whatever is attached to the x is the slope, and whatever is the constant term, that's the y-intercept. Okay. So that's my answer. Slope is 3 by 2. Slope is 3 by 2. And y-intercept is 2 plus 2 or 2. Okay. Is that fine? Guys, we'll move on. Can we move on? Because anyway, you'll get the video of this is accessible on the, will be accessible on the site in a day or two. Okay. Can hear me, right?
Yes,
Everything.
sir.
Silence in the class.
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Yes, sir.
So I can move on. I can move forward.
Yes, sir.
Sir, so whenever there is a coefficient with y which is other than 1, we need to first convert the coefficient to 1, right?
Yeah, correct, correct. You just have to divide the entire equation by whatever that coefficient is. If it's not,
Numbers, okay. 1.
it's -6, then you'll have to divide through by -6 or -6.
Okay.
So we can move forward.
Yes, sir.
So next is if you didn't know the um, slope and the y-intercept, but some other piece of information was given to you. Let's say you knew a point and the slope. Okay. Let's say they gave you only a point and they gave you slope, and they said find the equation of a line with these two pieces of information. Let's say the point was 3 comma 4 and the slope was 2. Just okay. How would you find the equation of a line? So here there's another way of writing the equation of a line, and that's called point slope form. So the way you'll write this equation is you'll get back the same equation. Okay, y is equal to mx plus c. So the point slope form way of writing the equation of a line is, right, use another color, y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. It's kind of like y is equal to mx plus c, but there's no c, and it's y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1. So if you're wondering where on earth I cooked up this formula, just think about the slope formula. So m is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Move this entire term this side. What do you get? You get m into x2 minus x1 is equal to y2 minus y1. So instead of x2 and y2, I've just put that as x and y. Is that okay? Easier now? So you can derive this formula even in the exam if you don't remember it. If you know this. Is that okay, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay.
So now to find the equation of this line, all we do is we substitute what we know. We know the point, that would be our x1, y1, and we know the slope, that would be m. Just casually substitute in this. So y minus y1 is y minus 4 is equal to m. That's 2 into x minus x1. X remains as x and y always remain as x and y, all right, in the equation. Minus x1, that's 3. And just do a little bit of algebra. So y minus 4 is equal to 2x minus 6. So y is equal to 2x minus 6 plus 4. So y is equal to 2x minus 2. Okay. And we also found what c is. C, right? In this, c is minus 2 as well. Is that fine, guys? So if you were given a point and slope, and you were to write the equation of a line, you use this method and you'll come to this result. Okay, and also just a reminder of what we did earlier. If you were given slope and y-intercept, if you were given those two, then your equation of the line would be y is equal to mx plus c. Okay, or the way of writing the equation of line would be this. Is that fine? So these two scenarios use these two different approaches. Okay. Also, sometimes you're not given the slope. Sometimes they'll say, no, I'm not giving you the slope. What are you going to do? I'm just going to give you 2 points. So sometimes you'll just be given 2 points. What do you do then? So if you're given 2 points, you can use the slope formula. M is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So you got the slope now, and use any one of these 2 points and put it in this point slope form. Okay. We'll do an example. We'll do examples for these. Okay. Let me know once you write this down. But more importantly, have you been following what I'm doing? Is there any doubt or anything like that? There is, you can ask me.
Sir, like when we are finding the equation when there is point and slope given, like we can just substitute the values in the previous equation only, no? Like, why do we have to use this new method to find it?
In this one, in y is equal to mx plus c, you said?
Yeah, like when we substitute the points and all, we get c is equal to -2 directly by writing 4 is equal to 2 into 3 plus c.
You
So 4 is equal to 6 plus c, and c is equal to -2.
Absolutely right. You can do that, but that will give you c. But that may not give you the equation. So to find the equation, we write it in the form. But yeah, to find c, you're right. We can just substitute 3 and 4 in place of x and y in this form. Yeah, that's correct. Good.
So when we have to find the value of it, we just substitute. But when we have to get the equation, we need to use this method, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Okay, let me know when you've written this down so we can do a few sums based on this. Good. You're okay with this? Can we move forward? We'll do a few sums. A lot of silence in the class. Everything okay? Hello?
Yes, sir. It's okay.
Nareen, Anaria, Pratiksha, okay, right? All of you guys are not, you haven't fallen asleep on a Saturday morning.
No, sir.
No. Done. I'm done.
Studying on Friday can make you fall asleep on Saturday, all right? Okay, done. We can move on.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So, okay, let's just assume you're given 2 points, all right? Let's just, Anaria, are you following this? I haven't heard from you. Either your mic is not working or you are not following this. Everything okay?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Just want everyone in the class to be on the same plane.
Sir, actually, she put it in the chat that her Wi-Fi is slow. So yeah, maybe that's the problem.
Okay. All Yeah, but Andrea, are you following it? If it's a yes, just type yes in the chat box. If it's a no, type no in the chat box. Two options. All right. It'll be better. Okay. Okay. So suppose you're given 2 points. Let's say those 2 points are, 2, 3 and minus 5, 7, some 2 random points. And they say write the equation of the line. Write the equation of the line. Okay, let's just say these 2 points are given. So first step that we need to do is find slope. Because we are targeting the method y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1, where we'll find slope, that's m, we'll work out in this equation. And the other thing is we'll use one of those 2 points that's given. We'll pretend that one of those 2 points is x1, y1 and substitute it. Right? So x and y, of course, remain as x and y. Okay, so that's what we are targeting to do. First, find slope. How do you find slope? M is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1.
x2 minus x1.
So this is x1, y1, let's assume, and this is x2, y2. So by substituting, y2 minus y1 is 7 minus 3 divided by x2 minus x1 minus 5 minus 2. You get 4 by minus 7. Okay. So we found the slope, and we can take any one of these 2 points. Or we can take this one. Okay. So our equation will be y minus, this can be taken as y1, the y coordinate. So y minus 7 is equal to m, that's minus 4 by 7 into x minus x1. X minus of minus becomes plus 5. Okay, so just straightening this out with a little bit of algebra. Y minus 7 is equal to minus 4/7 x plus, that will be minus 20 by 7, right? And that will be y is equal to minus 4/7 x minus 20 by 7 plus 7. Okay, so just simplifying this, minus 4/7 x minus 20 by 7. We'll make this also, we'll multiply and divide by 7, right? So that becomes 49 by 7. You guys all followed how that last fraction turned into 49 by 7, because I wanted to equalize the denominators. So I wrote it as 49 by 7. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Following that? So minus
Yes, sir.
by 7x, and that's plus 29 by 7. Okay. So if you don't want fractions in this, so this is good enough. But if your teacher is the kind that does not like fractions, or optionally, if you don't like fractions, you can multiply everything by 7. Okay, so what will happen? The first term will become 7y. Then this will be minus 4/7 x into 7. So that will just leave you with minus 4x, plus 29 by 7 into 7 will just leave you with 29. So that looks a little cleaner and more linear, but both equations are accepted as an answer in 10th standard. Okay, no problems there. Is that fine? Followed this?
Sir, could you please repeat the part again where you got 49 by 7?
Yeah. So this particular fraction had a denominator of 1 and a numerator of 7. Everything else here has a denominator of 7. So I wanted to make this denominator 7. So what I did was I multiplied the denominator and numerator by 7. So that's how I got 49 by 7. Is that okay?
Oh, to make the denominator same, you multiplied
Yes,
7 by 1.
all 3 terms, I
Okay.
wanted to make 7 the denominator.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
All following this, right? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to do a very popular question, very, very popular class 10 question, and not just popular, but important as well. So can I proceed? Can I move to the next page?
Yes, sir, sure.
So the question is, I'm going to write that, type that down. In triangle ABC, in triangle ABC, A is equal to, the coordinates of A are given. A is equal to 3, 5, 3, 5. B is equal to 7, 8. And C is equal to 1, minus 10. C is equal to 1, minus 10. Find the equation. Find the equation of the median passing through A, or median through A should be good enough. Okay. So for these, yeah, let me just check if I've written everything correctly. In triangle ABC, A is equal to 3, 5, B is equal to 7, 8, and C is equal to 1 minus 10. Find the equation of the median through A. Yeah. Okay, so these kind of questions, it's good to visualize the sum. So I would recommend drawing it out, right? Even a rough drawing should be good enough. So let's try and draw this out, okay? I suspect a couple of you might be familiar with this sum already. Okay. So ABC, A is 3, 5, B is 7, 8. You don't have to draw it realistically, just in this should be good. C is 1 minus 10. So they want the equation of the median through A. What's a median? A median is at a particular vertex, it bisects that vertex, or it bisects the angle of that vertex. Okay. And also it happens to bisect these two sides as well. Okay. So that blue line is the median through A. Okay. So you've got to find the equation of this line. Is that clear? So this is a very important question, and it's very likely that you'll get one of these types for the exam. Okay. So how do you do this? So you don't know anything so to know the equation, you need to know slope, y-intercept. We don't know that. Or you need to know slope and 1 point. We know 1 point here, 3, 5, but we don't know slope, so can't really use this. But all you need to know 2 points. Okay, these 3 ways are you can find the equation of the line. Either if you know slope and y-intercept, then you can use y is equal to mx plus c. Or if you knew slope and point, you could use y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Or if you knew 2 points, you could find the slope, find m, and then use this formula. It seems like we don't know any of these things, right? As of now, we know nothing. So what do? We have a method because this is the midpoint. Let's just call this D. D is the midpoint of BC. So we're using the midpoint formula. We can find the coordinates of this. Okay. So how do you find the coordinates of D? The midpoint, so the x coordinate of D is the average of these two. Okay, so the x coordinate here would be 7 plus 1 by 2. That's 8 by 2, that's 4. Is that okay? And the y coordinate is the average of the y's. That's 8 minus 10 by 2.
Yes,
That's
sir.
minus 2 by 2, that's minus 1. So there we worked out what the x and the y coordinates, that midpoint is. Now we can use this method. We have 2 points, right? We have this point and we have the point at A. Okay, so how do we proceed? We find, first we find m is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. And that's, just think this is x1, y1, and this is x2, y2. Okay, y2 minus y1 is minus 1 minus 5 divided by x2 minus x1 is 4 minus 3. That's minus 6 by 1. It's basically minus 6. Okay, so we found the slope and we can use any of these points. We'll use 3 comma 5. So 3 comma 5 is our x1, y1. Okay, and of course our m is minus 6. So we'll use the y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, so y minus y1 is 5 is equal to m, that's minus 6 into x minus x1. X1 is 3. X minus 3. Just simplify using a little bit of algebra. Y minus 5 is equal to minus 6x plus 18. So y is equal to minus 6x plus 23, right? Because the 5 comes over and adds on to the 18. So that's your equation of the line. Are you clear with this? Are you okay with this? Do you want me to go over it one more time? Naren, Andrea, and Pratiksha.
After the part where you how you found the coordinate of the medians, after that, could you just summarize how you did it?
I heard a very faint voice. Might have to come closer to the microphone, whoever that was.
Sir, could you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Yeah, so could you summarize the part after you found out the coordinates of the median?
Yeah. So after we found the coordinates of the median, so now this particular line, you had 2 points that were given, right? That the ones that I've made a red box around. And that's these.
Yeah.
And then we use the 2 points method. You know, if you have given 2 points, then you can find the equation of a line. First, you find m, that's the slope, and that's what we did here. We found the slope as minus 6. And later, next step is use this formula because we know the slope and we take any one point. I chose to take the point 3 comma 5. That's the A, okay, as my x1, y1. Okay. So I put that into this formula and I was able to work it out here. Is that fine?
Yeah, okay. So for x1 and y1, we get to choose which coordinate to put,
Yeah, you
right?
can choose any of the two, either 3, 5, or I could have picked even 4 minus 1. We'll get the same answer.
Okay, yeah, fine. Thank you.
But Naren, Andrea, you've followed this. You should be familiar
Yes,
with.
sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm moving forward, I'm moving ahead. Is there any particular sum from the book that you want me to solve? Anything that looks deadly, dangerous, and unsolvable? Anything at all? Or do you want me to take on another sum?
Sir, you can take on another one.
Okay. So I'll take one from the book itself and just try and look it up. So with these, right, your fundamentals of what a coordinate axis is, what will a point on the y-axis look like, and what will a point on the x-axis look like, things like that. Those fundamentals have to be pretty strong. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take a sum which uses that one of those fundamentals. So find the equation of a line. It says find the equation of a line. I'm going to write the sum. Find the equation of a line through 1, 3, through 1, 3, and making an intercept of 5 on the y-axis. Okay. And making an intercept, just a minute, and making an intercept of 5 on the y-axis. It's an extremely simple sum, but what does this statement mean? What does this mean? Anybody? So this means C is equal to 5. Okay. So making an intercept of 5 on the y-axis. So basically the y-intercept is 5. This point is 5. That's what it means. Making an intercept of 5 on the y-axis. This is the y-axis, right? So C is equal to 5. That's what this means. Okay. All right. And also, you know, the coordinate of this point. This very point will have a coordinate of 0, 5, right?
0 and 5.
0, 5,
Yes, sir.
and another point is given, that's 1, 3. So we have 2 points now. In fact, we have 2 points and the coordinate and another coordinate. Okay. We didn't need to know that, but I just wanted to clarify that. You can use the 2-point form, or you can use the point slope form. Okay. So you know this point. Oh, I'm sorry, you have to use the 2-point form, right? So you have x1, y1, that's equal to 1, 3, and x2, y2, that's equal to 0, 5. All right, so from here, what do? You find m. Want to work this out, guys? You find m. How do you find m?
y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus
x2
x1.
minus x1. Very good. So m is equal to 5. Nareen got logged out. So 5 minus 3 by 0 minus 1.
Sir, I got disconnected and I
Okay.
restarted.
Okay, welcome back, Nareen. But you saw this problem when you got disconnected. Did you?
No, sir, I wasn't there when you started solving.
Okay. So just reading through the problem, find the equation of a line through this point and making an intercept of 5 on the y-axis. So that statement translates, that statement making an intercept of 5 on the y-axis translates to C is equal to 5. All right? Y-intercept is 5. And using that information, I was able to work out one more coordinate, that's 0, 5, because this point is where the line touches the y-axis. And if you know the y-intercept is 5, then that point will be 0, 5, because you know the x-coordinate on the y-axis is always 0. Okay. You're clear with that, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So m is equal to, so
Minus
now
2.
now I know these 2 points, right? Now I have 2 points to work with. So I can use the method that we use for 2 points. That's a two-step method. First is find slope. And second is use one of the points. Let's just call that point as x1, y1, any one point, and slope. Okay, and this form y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. So we can use 0, 5. I like points that have 0 in them. Okay. It makes it lighter to solve. So y minus y1, that's y minus 5, right? y1 is 5, is equal to m. We worked out what m is, didn't we? 2 by minus 1 is minus 2, right? So minus 2 into x minus x1, x minus 0. Okay, so it's y minus 5 is equal to minus 2x, or y is equal to minus 2x plus 5. Okay. Okay, so during these sums, you'll encounter any one of these situations. You've got to try to basically direct the way you do these sums towards any one of these three types. Either you've got to find slope and y-intercept, or you've got to find slope and 1 point, or just 2 points. Okay, so either of those three things you should do or get to in your sum. Any particular sum in the textbook that you want to solve or want solved, you can ask me.
Sir, I didn't have any idea about this chapter, so for now, I don't think I know any questions which
So
are
work on
hard
this.
to solve.
Okay, if you get the chance to work on this, then even by tomorrow. So tomorrow morning also we have a class at 8:30. So let me know by tomorrow morning as well.
Sure, yes, I will.
Also, one more thing I wanted to talk about before we go. Is this done? Can I move forward? Okay, I'm assuming it's done now, right? If there's silence, then I'll say that I'll move forward. But if one of you does not want me to go forward, just say wait or something. Okay, so these are two lines, okay? And these two lines are parallel to each other. So when two lines are parallel, their slopes are equal, okay? I don't know if we talked about this earlier. Their slopes are equal, okay? And if two lines are perpendicular, let's say the slope of this flat line is m1 and the vertical line is m2, then m1 multiplied by m2 will be equal to minus 1. Okay? Or if you're given one of these, m1 will be equal to, if you're given what m2 is, then it will be minus 1 by m2. Okay. Is that fine? So if these two lines are
Yes, sir.
parallel and perpendicular, so these are the two conditions that you've got to write down. Very important. This is very, very important. Okay.
Sir?
Yeah.
Sir, tomorrow could we do arithmetic progressions?
Arithmetic progressions.
Yes, sir. Arithmetic progressions.
We can do arithmetic progressions. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's good that we sort of discussed this in the previous class, what you want to do in the next class. So then everyone is kind of having an idea about what's happening in the next class. So you get a chance to either prepare or to mark out your doubts before the next class. Okay. So find the slope of the line parallel to, okay, so find the slope of the line parallel to x plus 2y plus 3 equals 0. All right. So how do you find the slope of the line parallel to this line? So first find the slope of this line. Okay. What's the slope of this line? Like I said, make y the subject of the equation, right? So first 2y is equal to minus x minus 3, and then y is equal to minus x by 2 minus 3 by 2. Is that okay? So the slope in this is the coefficient of the x term, right? Slope is equal to minus half. Following this so far? So therefore, since the other line is parallel to this, the other line slope will also be minus half, right? Therefore, other line's slope, because this line slope is minus half, the other line is parallel. So other line's slope is also equal to minus half, okay?
So I didn't understand that at all. Can you please explain that again?
Yeah, I will. So let me do one thing. Let me just erase this entire thing. Hang on. Let me just write it in a place. So find the slope of the line parallel to x plus 2y plus 3 equals 0. Okay. So let's assume that this line is like this, all right? And we have another line, that's the blue line, whose equation we don't know, whose slope we don't know. So we've got to find the slope. The previous lines, the red line's equation is given to us, and that's x plus 2y plus 3 equals 0. So we know the slope of both of these. Let's say this is m1, the slope, and this is m2. So both these slopes will be equal, right? So we can find the slope of this line, right? So to find the slope of this line, we've got to make y the subject of the formula, right? We've got to get it in the form of y is equal to something, something, something x plus some constant, okay? So just using some simple algebra there, I'll write this first. X plus 2y plus 3 equals 0. I move the 3 to the other side. So I get x plus 2y is equal to minus 3. Now I move the x over to the other side as well. So I get 2y is equal to minus x minus 3, right? And then I divide the entire thing by 2. So I get y is equal to minus half x minus 3 by 2, right? So since the general equation of a line is y is equal to mx plus c, this would take the place of m here, right? And this, of course, would take the place of c.
Oh,
So
yes, understood.
minus half, right? So m1 is equal to minus half. Now, since m2 is also got to be equal to this, so the new line's slope will also be minus half. But that's your answer. It says, what's the slope of the line parallel to this? It's minus half.
Thank you, sir.
Do one more before we go, or you guys are in a hurry to go?
No, sir, I can stay.
So we'll do one more.
We can do one more, right? Okay. Let's try one which is comes a little later in this particular topic. Okay. And it says, yeah, b minus 5, comma 6, and D 1, comma 4 are the vertices of a rhombus ABCD. Are why is only 2 points given? Okay, this could be a tricky one. All right. Are the vertices of a rhombus? Okay, let's try this. Are the vertices of rhombus ABCD? Like I said, you've got to visualize these sums. Okay, if you can visualize and draw these sums, you're more than halfway to getting the sum done. And if you know your formulas and methods, then you're almost there, okay, with these sums. So the trick is to be able to draw them, know all your formulas, and be familiar with the methods by doing more sums. Then you're almost there in this chapter. It's a pretty straightforward chapter, actually. There's nothing, it's not like trigonometry where you have to be intuitive and think of, which formula to use, which ratio to use, and so on. It's pretty straightforward. Okay, so find the equation of the diagonal BD. Find equation of diagonal BD and diagonal AC. So I'll give you a few seconds to see if you can draw this out. If you have a notebook or something, I'll give you about 20 seconds to see if you can draw a rough diagram of this.
So I have a question, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
So when they ask you in your sum, when they ask you for the slope,
Yeah.
but if the slope looks like a midpoint, is it still considered a slope?
Looks like a midpoint. Say that again.
Yes, so like it's like in between 2 points. If there's like the median sum.
Okay, let's just say this. Yeah.
Yes, so why would okay, but sir, the median. We took the slope formula for the median, the points between the
Yeah.
B and C.
Yeah, let's say that was D. Yeah. So what it asked you was, I mean, you were given this, and you were given this, right? This you needed to work out because you wanted to find the equation of this red line, right? And you knew one of the points, you didn't know slope, you didn't know y-intercept, so you needed to know this to find the slope of this line. And using that, we use this formula, right? Y minus y1, where am I? Y minus y1 equals m into x minus x1. So we first found out point D because point D is the midpoint of BC, right? So we took those coordinates, found the midpoint of D. That's the first step that we did. The second step that we did was actually finding the slope. And the third step was using this. So we went in that order.
Okay, sir.
So you were able to draw this out, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you were, it should have looked kind of like this, all right? Our vertices may be different, but generally. So this is A, B, C, D. They're asking you for the equation of these two diagonals. Okay, and you know that the diagonals of a rhombus intersect at 90 degrees. Okay, all diagonals, all rhombuses, their diagonals will intersect at 90 degrees. That's a feature of diagonals. So basically, their diagonals are perpendicular to each other. That's the fact that you need to know. So we have B that's minus 5, 6, and you have D that's 1, 4. Okay. So how would you find the equation of this diagonal? First, we'll find BD's. Equation. Okay. So we are given 2 points. Easy to find the equation of BD. Okay, so x1, y1, x2, y2. First, find the slope. So what's the slope of this line? Yes. Slope is equal to y2 minus y1. That's 6 minus 4 by x2 minus x1 minus 5 minus 1. That's 2 by minus 6, or it's minus 1/3. Okay, so slope is minus 1/3. And now we can use any one of these points. I'm going to take this point itself. So to find the equation, y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Okay, so y and x just remain locked in as x and y. They don't change, but x1 and y1 come from here. Okay, so y minus 4 is equal to m. We just found m as minus 1/3. So minus 1/3 into x minus x1. X minus x1 is minus 1. Or x1 is just 1. Okay, so y minus 4 is equal to minus 1/3 x plus 1/3. Okay, so y is equal to minus 1/3 x plus 1/3 plus 4. Okay, the plus 4 came from here. And I can simplify this as well. So y is equal to minus 1/3 x plus, this is, I can multiply this by 3, right? To make everything equal. So it's 13 by 3. Just simplifying the fraction. Okay. Yeah, is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's this thing of
Yes,
B.
sir.
Now, to find the equation of AC, what you've got to do is, you know, the slope. So if two lines are perpendicular, so you know the slope of this M1 is minus 1/3. The slope of this, that's M2, will be, just write it here, M2 slope will be, and can I erase that previous one? We did.
Yes, sir.
Might need a little space to solve this. This is to find the equation of AC. Okay, so we've got the slope of AC. M2 is equal to minus 1 by M1, as we saw in the previous page. We saw the equation, right? I don't know where we wrote the parallel and perpendicular. Where we did that. Did I erase that? I think I erased that, my bad. Okay. So M2 is equal to minus 1 by M1, all right? So slope of two lines that are perpendicular, whose slopes are M1 and M2, this is the formula. So M2 is equal to minus 1 by minus 1/3 is just 3. Okay. So M2 is 3. And so we don't know any point on AC. We only know slope. We need to know one point. So what we can do is, this is the midpoint, right? Let's call this as O. We can find the coordinates of this midpoint. Okay. So the coordinates of the midpoint will be, so x1 plus x2 by 2, that's minus 5 plus 1 by 2, that's minus 4 by 2, that's minus 2. And the y's midpoint is 6 plus 4, 10 by 2, that's 5. So minus 2 comma 5. Is that okay? This is something we've already done, right? So you shouldn't be too worried about this. So we know the slope and we know one of the points, that's minus 2 comma 5. That's your x1, y1. Okay, that's a point on AC. And we can write the formula as y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. So y minus y1, that's 5, is equal to m times, m is 3 times x minus x1, and x1 is minus 2, so it's plus 2. Okay. So y minus 5 is equal to 3x plus 6, or y is equal to 3x plus 11. That's the equation of AC, and this is BD. Is that okay? Any trouble with that? Did I go too fast on that?
No, sir, understood.
Fine, sir.
Like I said, the videos of this will be available in maybe a day or two on that particular link on to that page. And Pratiksha, since you're new, the same link that you used today to enter the Zoom session for today's class, you can use the same link for tomorrow's class as well. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
sir. Yeah, fine.
All right. So, guys, can we wrap it up for today?
Yes, sir.
So could you wait for
Yes,
1
sir.
minute? I'm noting down the last part.
Yeah. Okay. So you can note down, and Andrea and Naren, just practice these if you can, and let me know what if you have any doubts. And tomorrow we are doing arithmetic progressions. Okay.
Sir.
So I'll see you
Yes,
guys.
sir.
See you guys tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice
Done,
day.
sir. Thank you.
Yeah. You too. Have a nice day. See you guys. Bye. Be good.
Thank you, sir. Done.
Yeah. Bye.